This is Lord Netsu here, and today we're going to be doing a what if. And this one will kind of bring him eventually to a certain time. Eventually. Okay, so basically, we start off to the very beginning. Basically that everything that happened up until Inko and Sashi. Well, up until Inko gets pregnant with Zuku happens. Then once Inko is pregnant, the Great Deity just pretty much just like, I will do this for you just this once. I will do this just this once. But you know, he's like, I will do this. And he brings dragon DNA. Basically, he doesn't make it so there's a time lock. Basically, the dragons from the Adventures of Marlin is on Netflix. Basically, he takes DNA, just makes DNA from those dragons and just pretty much puts it into the egg that Izuku's in. And yeah, when Izuku is born, it looks exactly the same. Minus the freckles. Wait, actually no. Scratch what I said all before I was talking about him being the Great Deity made Izuku part dragon. Of course, that still happens, but he's born into a different family where they just gave birth to. They just want a child that has a Gorgon that goes and becomes a hero. So they can just get money from them and pretty much retire for good. So yeah, basically he's not in the Inko family, in the Midoriya's family yet, but he will be. And pretty much he's also in a completely different school. So yeah, when he's 4, pretty much he has no friends still. Cause yeah. Then once he gets to 4, pretty much his parents, quotation marks, are expecting him to have a quirk. But then once they find out he's quirkless, they just throw him out. Yeah, they just immediately abandon him. They just throw him into the woods. And for this to work, the Great Deity also pretty much kept the books that were in the Adventures of Marlin's time. I mean, the story of the Adventures of Marlin still pretty much look very aged, but can still be looked at and read. So all those books, all the books that were in the Marlin timeline, they're still there. And Zuko is completely different from his original counterpart. He is far smarter and wiser. And he is 10 times stronger than a man. Than an adult, actually. So, yeah. And that's mainly because of his dragon DNA. And technically, he's the only dragon alive at this time. And he's also a hybrid, so yeah. And he pretty much, we see Zuko just walking around throughout the woods. Pretty much all the animals in the woods just stay away from him because of one thing: the scent he gives off. And he gives a scent of a dragon, and they definitely know what dragons are. So they would just be staying away from him. and he finds a cave. And he goes in it. Actually, no, he doesn't find a cave. And we see him walking a little bit. Then the floor collapses below him. And once he gets to the bottom of the underground cave, he sees an underground bunker. And this underground bunker had a lot of books in them. And one of them was the spell book. So he pretty much just read all the books. Yeah. And we're gonna skip to when he should have been in where this would be the end of the school year for middle school. Well, we're gonna just skip straight to the beginning of. Actually, no, we're gonna skip in the middle of the years before the last day of middle school, where he would have went to UA in Cannon. We're gonna skip to the middle of that. So he's like 8 now. And then he finally figures out. Actually, no. Basically, 4 years later, after he found all the books, he read all of the other books except the spell book, because he started reading that one after he was 6. It took him a whole year to read all the other books. So yeah, he's gonna know everything about the Marlin, the Adventures of Marlin. Know every creature that's in that time. So, and yeah, once he was 8, he finally figured out he had another form. And that form looked like this. And for the 4 years, he's just been pretty much hunting. Well, actually, no, he hasn't been hunting yet. He's just been searching for food, for pretty much grapes, apples, whatever. And yeah, that's all he's been eating. And now that he figures out he has a dragon form, and he knows exactly what a dragon is, and he knows this ain't a quirk either, because he is quirkless. And yeah, after the year he finished, pretty much when he finished those other books, he finally started reading the spell book. And right now, he's a quarter of the way there through it. Now, we're gonna finally skip to the beginning of the anime. And yeah, he's pretty much gotten used to both his forms, his human and dragon form. And he's mastered all the spells in that book. And he can use all the elements. Because I'm pretty sure that, yes, as far as, yeah, pretty much he's mastered all the spells in that book. He just carries it around. He just has it with him because, actually no, pretty much, and pretty much when he's in the cave, he pretty much is staying in his dragon form. And yeah, enough scales have fallen off to where he can just use them as armor. And he has the strongest scales ever. like the strongest skills imaginable. And he's also hunt down wolves for fur. So now he has armor. And yeah, this is his armor. And perhaps Heroes has heard and yeah, then Hero, yeah, then perhaps and when that goes into the woods and it's about to be attacked by something, you just pretty much see a fireball go straight for the animal. Actually, just go straight past the animal. And yeah, all the animals respect Deku. And give me a second. Yeah, give me a second for something. Yeah, he's basically renamed himself to Apsu. And since he's half dragon, he can speak to all the animals. Because why the heck not? And yeah, all the animals respect him. Because, yeah, he is kind to them if they do not attack him. And if they attack other humans, he will protect the humans. And they understand that now. Yeah, and they knew that from the start. And pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna say when a bear just tries to attack some people, basically, Apsu just throws a fireball right past the bear, and yet the bear, as soon as he sees that, he just cowers in fear. And yeah, then the people just go like, where does that come from? And yeah, then they just hear footsteps. And then they just see a person just walking forward with their hands behind their back. Like, and then they hear the person say, like, who's? What did I say about hurting people? And they just hear the bar go like, but what it's actually saying is like, forgive me. And then he says, I'll forgive you this once, but if you do it again, you know, there are consequences to not following what I say. And so, now run along now. And yeah, pretty much, the bear just runs off. And yeah, I ask, thank you, sir. There's no problem. Now, be more careful next time, alright? And he just walks away. Yeah, months later, like pretty much 5 months later, pretty much the heroes are hearing of a person that's pretty much of a person living in the woods. And it looks like and to them it seems like a grown man. Actually, no. 5 months later, there were heroes that pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna say, Eraserhead, Midnight, and Mike were having a camp, or camping out there. And then the same bear attacked them. And then Apu's just does it again, but this time a bigger one. Yeah, and the bear, actually no, it was a different bear. This one that doesn't follow Apu's rules. Yeah, pretty much this bear has attacked once now, and yeah, it's attacking a different people, which is Aizawa, Midnight, well, Eraserhead, Midnight, and Present Mike. So yeah, and he pretty much tries to attack, but then he just sees a fireball coming straight past him. And yeah. And yet, pretty much raise your hand at midnight and President might just hear, really? I guess you didn't learn from your. I guess you didn't learn the first time. Now, let's see how you like consequences. And yet, pretty much everyone has been following him because he's been kind. Very kind. And yeah, pretty much the bear is trying to go. Then the bear goes straight for him. And yeah, pretty much the hero thinks he's gonna die. But then, Apu's just immediately just starts chanting. And he pretty much has a leaf in his fingers, between his fingers, and just throws pretty much a lightning bolt, like pretty much a chain of lightning at the bear. And yeah, and pretty much the bear pretty much suffers pain. And then when Apu's just stops the chain of lightning, pretty much the three of them go like, is there a cork or something? But then they see that the leaf is pretty much decayed and turn into dust. Actually, no, they didn't see the leaf at all. Because he still had one of his arms behind his back, and that one had the leaf. And that leaf decayed. Even turned into ashes. And yeah, and the bear was dead. Forgive me. Forgive me for the bear's actions. And yeah, and I just and yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Midnight can see that. Yeah, pretty much this person is crazy buff. And yeah, she's like, how old are you? Just asking. And he's like, if I remember correctly, I'm 14. And pretty much all the thing up like, what? And yeah, then and Mike, yeah, would just go. He would actually use his quirk and just yell very loud. And yeah, Apu's doesn't seem affected by it one bit. And yeah, they're surprised that he's not surprised. And yeah, pretty much Aizawa and Midnight are surprised on it that he didn't even have to just ask, sir, did they hurt your ears? And it's like, no, it did not. But thank you for the concern. And yeah, they're even more confused. So yeah, then Aizawa just asks, how long have you been here? How long have you been in these woods for? I'm like, He would actually put his hand on his chin and be like, I believe it's been, hold on, or since I was 4. Yes. And yeah, pretty much. So I was just like, okay, how are you able to keep your... Sorry about that, someone's car went beep on and off. Anyway, yeah, after eyes, I want to ask, how are you able to keep your experience? And it's like, beats me, but I'm still able to. And yeah, then they just ask, what is his quirk? Yeah, he would just Hmm. And he was just like, I guess energy violation? And yeah. Basically, they just ask, and yeah, then yeah, pretty much they just ask if he wants to, if he can please follow them. And it's like, I don't see why not. After all, you are heroes, so you might take me to, what was it again? Oh yeah, the the school for the heroes. Hey, it's been so long, I forgot about it. And yeah, they would take it to UA. Nessie would actually ask, yeah, once they get to the principal office, Nessie would ask, who's this young lad? And yeah, Nessie can't smell it at first. Yeah. He will eventually be able to smell it. But not now. Then so he just introduce himself as Poos. Poos. APUSU. Poos. Yeah, Poos. 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 Yeah, Poos. And yeah, Ninja Boy. It's a nice to meet you, Poos. Likewise. Now, but raise your head. Why did you want to bring me here? I am curious. Just on why. Yeah, like. And Nezu's actually like. I'm believing that he wants you to join our school. It's like, Sorry, but I'll pass. And yeah, I was like, okay, what? So, yeah. I'd rather go back to where I was. But if you actually give me a reason to do it, I will. When I lost his money, so you just really. Do you really think I need that? And no, I do not need fame either. Those two things don't interest me. The only thing that interests me is protecting. Well, I've been protecting for years. And yeah, he's been basically protecting the animals of the forest from hunters and all that. Unless somehow you're able to, oh no, make it so I have an easy way to get to this school from the forest I'm in. I'm sorry, but no. And yeah, like, I can arrange that. And then who's it? Ear just pricks something and goes like, so, what reason do you actually have for me to do this exactly? Nezu, I think. Am I right? And yet, Nezu like, And then, and yeah, like, would actually smell something. Would actually just. And yeah, pretty much. Bruce hasn't looked at Nessie. He's just been looking around the room. Then once he looked at the room at Nessie himself directly, he's just, oh, well, that's interesting. Haven't seen a rat in a long time, or a mouse. I cannot tell. And yet, wait, I am a rat. But I always get those two mixed up. Don't know why. That's alright. Yeah. And it's just like, so, what do you have? What reason do you have for me to start doing this? And then he says, well, you could save people. He's like, And yet, no, it didn't. She was like, how about this instead? I save all creatures, then you have yourself a deal. And then she's like, alright. And she's like, alright, so when do I have to do the entrance exam? Because I remember that there are that you have to take some type of exam to get into this school. And yeah, I was like, oh, it's 5 months away. And it's like, that's good, I guess. I guess I will see you at the end of the month. At the 5 months later. And yeah, that's just right. And if you like this, like, subscribe, and comment for more. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.